Hi Aquarius, welcome to a message for you for September 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. Also, this will be the general spread here, and then I'm going to do a message from a person, a significant person for you. So if you want to stick around for that, great. You'll know when it happens because I'll say, and if you don't, you can just fast forward or whatever you want to do. Justice jumped out just now. That could be Libra. All right. So do we have an issue of fairness here, or has some matter been settled? Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. It's a message for Aquarius. Okay. All right, Aquarius. 3 of Cups. Right down there so the glare's not on it. King of Wands, I read that as Sagittarius. Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, Cancerian, 2 of Cups, and 5 of Swords. All right. Let's see. There we go. What's that? Oh, my nails are too short. I keep having to dig at that thing. All right. Okay. What's this King of Wands about? Aquarius, what's this King of Wands? The Lovers, Gemini, Virgo, no, Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. What's this Ace of Wands? Did you meet somebody? Or are you having to make a decision about your business? Oh. You have no problem doing your own thing. I mean, if anything, that's where you get kind of inspired and feel resourced. But are you having to make a big decision about your business? Or which way you want to? Are you choosing between your business and a relationship? Did something just come to fruition and it's time to celebrate a huge milestone or success, and now you're deciding, you know, what you want to do, what next steps are, what you want to maybe take it to the next level, or kind of just plateau for a little bit? What's going on here? That was going to jump. That's Chariot. That would be Cancerian. What's this Queen of Cups about for Aquarius? 2 of Pentacles. All right. So you need to slow down. You need to slow down. I think that you've reached some sort of clearing. And it's time to enjoy that success and enjoy feeling connected or validated. And you can kind of coast for a little bit. You need to take a break here, I think. I think this is about you slowing down and stopping. And whatever, it'll keep. Whatever you've been thinking, okay, I got to get started on this, it'll keep. It'll keep. Because it's going to be fine. It's going to be there when you get back to it. You need to be able to enjoy this. What's this 2 of Cups right here? Ace of Swords. All right. So we get Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. I think this is you needing to make, gosh, it still feels like you need to make a decision though. Because something's just come into a clearing, but it's like, now what? And so you need to take a break and think about what your next decision is. No barreling ahead for you. What's this 5 of Swords? There's decision making again. What's this 5 of Swords for Aquarius? 9 of, I was going to say Pentacles. 9 of Swords. All right. This is the decision that you're thinking about having to make. It's something that you're wanting to put off, and sometimes there might be a tendency to just ignore it and not deal with it and not acknowledge it, and therefore it doesn't exist, so it's not going to bother you. Yes, it does. It's going to be waiting for you. So maybe that was part of what, okay, relax for now, disconnect, disengage, so you can kind of enjoy and fortify yourself instead of just barreling ahead into this decision that you might make out of haste, or you just might not make a decision as making a decision. And then that's the decision in itself. So even inaction is still action. It's deciding not to engage. Still going to happen. So what you need to do is resource pull back and take a minute for yourself, maybe the rest of the month, maybe just kind of coast. And so you have a more well-rounded decision-making process about this, because you need some time to think here. And it might be a knee-jerk reaction to kind of pull back and not acknowledge the problem and just to go ahead with it. That's not what's called for here. You need to take a minute for yourself here and get some clarity about decisions that you're going to want to be making, what you need to do about, it feels like 3 separate parts of your life: work, I was gonna say business. So work, business, relationship, home. There's 3 parts of your life that are kind of coming together that needs to be dealt with. And it feels like to escape one, you kind of go off and really fortify this or really build this up, but then this starts to kind of, and so you need to get back to yourself and get some balance and semblance. Feels like you've been like kind of ping-ponging. So this is, I think this is about slowing down and taking a minute so that you can come to a sort of well-rounded opinion or a judgment or decision about what you need to do with a couple of areas of your life. Because they're not going to go away, and it's going to come to you needing to make some decisions. You can't continue with the way things were. You can't be a non-participant in this. You can't just be only involved in this one area of your life while there's all these other areas that need to be sort of looked at. So you need to take some downtime for yourself so you can think about what you want, what your next moves are going to be, what you want to do with maybe your business, maybe your relationship, maybe yourself, your self-care. All right. Okay. So it's like slow down. It'll keep whatever you've been plugging away at, that'll keep. Time to pull back. All right. So now comes the time where it's going to be about your person's message. So if you don't want to see which person has a message for you that your person has, no, did I say that right? A message your person has for you. You can just fast forward if you want. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius's person. Aquarius's person. Aquarius's person. What would they say? A message from Aquarius's person. All right. 10 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Whoopsie. The Fool. So do they, okay, this is right away, I was sitting here going, oh, do they feel like you turned your back on them? Like, what's this going, are they going like, hey, I'm over here, we're over here, what's going on, what are you doing? What's this 4 of Wands? I think this is someone who wants a second chance. I think this is someone that you put on hold, or that you kind of neglected your relationship perhaps, and they're just like, hey, what about us? What about, what about you and I, Aquarius? You've been doing this for 6 months, but we're still here, and we'd like our Aquarius back. What's this 3 of Wands? Or at least to see you in the evenings. What's this 3 of Wands for Aquarius? Yeah. So I think this is about, it's funny because you can see these little figures here in the background like, hey, hello, and they're just like, okay, can we have some attention and can we talk about what we're going to do, what us, for the Aquarians I'm reading for, this is someone that wants you to remember you're in a relationship or remember like the home life. It can't just all be about the one thing. Now, for those of you that have been putting in the extra time for what's going on, certainly salute you and thank you for your effort. Your person, it would appear right here, is saying, okay, can you carve some time out for home life or home time? Feels like you kind of just turned your back on us and are all about work these days. And you could say no if you wanted to. That's the way they feel. They feel like, okay, you know what? You could set this load down. Like, you don't have to do so much. Could you please remember that you have, family or loved ones and whatnot, and maybe see about making some time for us, because we're here kind of waiting and seeing what you want to do, and there's a lot we could do to help, or a lot we could be a part of, or we could, I think this is your person asking you to remember family time. What's this Fool about here for Aquarius? Oh, and you can't see, I just realized you can't see. Moving this down. Okay. So this could be that your person is wanting you to come back, re-enter the fold, re-engage with family. Come on, let's remember us. And they want like a fresh start and a fresh chance at the relationship. Or this could be someone that's just like, you know what? I don't think so. I was going to say it could be someone that feels like you work too much, so I'm taking off. I don't think, for the Aquarians I'm reading for, I don't think it's about them giving up that easily. I think that they've been patiently waiting for whatever you're doing to kind of benefit the household or benefit the family, to balance out, to finally be to where you can take more time off. You can kind of not contribute, but be around a family more, not work so hard. They're hoping, I think, that whatever you've done up until this point is now so much that you can kind of back off a little bit and spend more family time. It's going to be running on its own. It's up and running. It's kind of a thing now, so you don't have to just spend all your waking time into developing whatever this is, or really working hard, or maybe taking on extra shifts or whatever it was. So this feels like someone's going, now can we get back to us? Some of you might be throwing things at the screen at this point. Maybe that one's not your reading. But this is a partner that's been patiently waiting, going, can we get back to you and I? Is it okay now? Have you done enough? Can I have my Aquarius back? Okay. All right. Now for Aquarius. That's for Aquarius. Ooh. Be generous of spirit. Oh, okay. So this could be saying, you know what, your family wants you back. You need to come, whatever you've been neglecting up until this point, it's time to go, okay, all right, I'll back off on this. Let me figure out how, let me just come back to center here. So this could be that you've been just concentrating your efforts only in one area, and everybody else is going, hey, remember us? So maybe not so much if you can help it, burning the midnight oil all the time and kind of throttle back and diversify your energies for the remainder of the month. You need some downtime. You need some downtime. All right. That was for Aquarius. That's for perhaps light and joyful little things throughout the day, lightening your load a little bit, and maybe celebrating your good fortune up until this point, and taking a mini vacation and sort of refocusing on family and those at home with you. Or if it's not a family we're talking about, then this is simply needing to take some time for yourself. You've been working hard enough here, and it's time for the little things again. It's time to concentrate on the little things again. That's for Aquarius. Those little things throughout the day or the week that bring you joy, those little things you can do for yourself or for your family that bring you joy. 3 of Gabriel, 3 of Wands. So we see that 3 of Wands right here. Prosperity, rising from wise planning, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Nice. So indeed, the hard work is paid off. Perhaps the decision is it's time again to be like, okay, what are we going to do now with this has happened? What's our next move? Okay, I still vote for you taking the remainder of the month off as much as you can and making room for light and joy and not so much work, plugging away. It'll keep. It's to the point now where it's kind of on autopilot, or it's to where you can start to pull back a little bit. So maybe this can get some consideration. There can be some room for play or joy while you're thinking about what to do next, but not making the decision. Just being kind of letting ideas come while you're taking some downtime. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is business and relationship and family. So I guess congratulations are in order for whatever you just pulled off. Been working your tail off for it, that's for sure. That's for Aquarius. All right, balance. Okay, so we've got the Leo. It was kind of like that. This is the Strength card. Leo, you might be depleted. You need to slow down a little bit. King of Wands, burning the midnight oil or whatever the saying is. King of Wands on its side. I read that as Sagittarius. So we've got Sagittarius twice here. So it could be that things with your person are not that solid. Could be you're dealing with the Sagittarius and things are kind of up in the air. Could be that. It could also be that you threw yourself into this dealing with trying to get some balance from dealing with somebody. So you're like, well, I'm just going to do this and kind of get myself through this issue by pouring my efforts into this. Well, the time has come for you to circle back around and deal with what you sort of walked away from. You're going to have to deal with it again. Could also be that you might be coming to decision fatigue with this capital venture or business that you've done, and it is time to take a break because you're starting to kind of lose that momentum or lose that leadership ability, because you're starting to feel kind of insecure because you need to take some time for yourself. You've been working a lot. So this could be your mojo slipping a little bit because you're just working so dang hard and you're working so much and you're just and you need to throttle back. So it might feel you might feel insecure or like you don't have a very solid foundation, or that it's kind of crumbling or slipping. It is, and you need to take a break. It's going to keep, it's fine, but you're stressed out. This is you starting to kind of waver or falter because you've been working too hard. So you need to throttle back and carve out some time for yourself and for self-care. You need to be better at adjusting or balancing both. Self-care, family time, there's a lot to balance, right? But this is you starting to show some wear and tear, which you'll bounce back and it's going to be fine. You're not losing anything. It just feels like it, and that needs to be addressed because you're kind of spearheading whatever you're doing. And if you falter, the thing falters because you're the direction, you're everything to it. So you need to build in some time for yourself. Shutting up, I've said that 14 times. Okay, Aquarius, I hope this was helpful, and I hope the sound, it better be okay because I spent like all day on it and fixed it. So there. I hope this was helpful to you. Truly, I do hope you get some time for yourself. Please don't throw anything at the screen. It's said in earnest. You're just working so hard. I hope to see you in the next reading, and I thank you for stopping by. Much love to you and your family in person. Okay, all right, you take care.